Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lived and Told. Today I got here my very own barber, Tofu, coming on the podcast today, and got him on to talk about all things barbering, his own personal journey. What is barbering for those listening and watching? But hopefully I've given you a quick good introduction, Tofu. But you want to introduce yourself?
Thank you. Yes, my name's Tofu. I'm a barber, Matt's barber. I live in Sunshine. Just cut out of home. Been cutting for about 4.5 years now. Yeah, been cutting Matt's hair for.
I think I met you 2021, 2022, I think, just out of COVID.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So
Every 3 weeks. I know this guy in 3 week periods, right?
Exactly, it's a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
First of all, where did the name come from? What's the background behind
it? It's actually no crazy story. It was just I watched Initial D. It's a racing car anime, and the main character, he delivers tofu, and he's like just really good at it. And then I just changed my name on Facebook to Tofu Trung, and then we went to a party, and one of my mates were just introducing me as Tofu, and then it just
So good.
stuck on. It was like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone just calls me Tofu.
Awesome. So Tofu, talk me through, a couple of things there. What is barbering, and how'd you get into it? So you said 4 years into it now.
Yeah.
Was it something you're always interested in doing? Like, were you always creative, in high school?
No, honestly, I've never even, before barbering, I never really thought about being a barber or anything like that. It was just mainly after COVID. I just felt like I was wasting so much time and, haven't done anything for, 3 years in my life. So I just kept trying new stuff after COVID, and, just turns out I was good at barbering, I guess. Yeah,
so barbering just stuck.
Yeah,
just were you studying during COVID or?
I was studying human nutrition, but I don't know. I didn't really like it. Didn't really when I was doing the placements and stuff. I felt like even going to uni, I felt like every day I was like forcing myself, and I was like, dude, this is not how it should be. Every time I went to uni, it was like, you got this, bro. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah. It's like, bro, you're just going to uni. It's not that deep, you know what I mean? But I just couldn't, sitting there in the class, and then the people that were there, it wasn't connecting with them, and it just didn't feel right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when I started barbering, and I was talking to people, and I was cutting hair, and I enjoyed it, and I was like, I'd rather do this and go to uni,
It felt almost more natural.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And were you pushed to study because of your parents in a way, or was something that you
were interested in? Of course. It's just Asian parents, all they know is go uni, get a good job, and your life's set. But that's old school thinking. Nowadays, you don't really need to go uni, right? Uni is just for if you know what career you want and stuff like that.
It's almost like a prerequisite, if you want to be a lawyer or a
doctor,
you kind of need this higher.
I definitely feel like I went to uni because after high school, that's what everyone else was doing, right? I didn't even know what I wanted to do, but everyone was going uni, so I was like, oh, I guess I want to go too,
Yeah. Follow the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I kind of regret not doing after uni is taking a gap year. And traveling.
Because you're 18 when you finish school. How do you know what you want to do for the rest of your life?
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And that's what I felt like I did after COVID. It was I just started trying new things, right? And then barbering just happened to. I found barbering and I just stuck with it because it worked out. But before barbering, I was doing different shit. I was doing heaps of delivery jobs and I was. I don't know, working in kitchens and just trying different stuff, and then this one is the one that stuck. So,
a common thing that I hear now is from your experience is very hands-on stuff. It sounds like you didn't really like sitting down.
Yeah.
And not thinking too much. Obviously, you think with your hands as well, but there's a lot more hands-on jobs.
I think it was that sitting in a classroom and I don't know. I feel like the skills what I do is it's more hands-on, but then. The skill is actually talking to people, because I think anyone can learn how to cut hair, but learning how to connect with the client is probably the more important thing, right?
Yeah,
it's a skill, right? Anyone can learn it, but then doing it over and over and over, it gets boring and stuff like that. So you just gotta make it fun by learning, talking to your client. Now the thing that I'm doing with my hands is just it's whatever,
it's natural.
But then it's the conversation that keeps the. I don't know, the the client coming back.
Oh, 100%. That's massive. And I think,
Yeah.
I guess I talk for myself only, obviously, but,
Yeah.
a reason I come back to you is because it is engaging conversations that
For
we
sure,
have.
we have some pretty good conversations, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like with barbering, right? It's not like your client. You find your barber, right? Because every barber has like different skill sets and like there's so many different barbers, but you gotta find a barber that works for you, right?
Yeah.
That's why like I don't think one barber is better than another person. I think one barber just fits better for that client, like time wise, hairstyle wise, or like just the way they interact and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I was just going to put it, it's like, you put someone that's a really good worker onto a team, but doesn't mean that they'll be a good worker on that team.
Exactly.
Because of their environment, because of the people around them. And like you said, the biggest thing is that communication.
For sure.
When did you realize that was the most important part of that barbering, or one of the most important things for you as a barber? Did you lose clients and you were like, oh, I'm not really that engaging, or now was it kind of like from the get go? You were like, I'm actually.
I think it was like when I was working at the shop, I noticed that. Yeah, I know. When I first started out at the shop, I wasn't like the best barber, right? I was still learning and stuff like that, but I realized like some haircuts I wasn't happy about. But I was like talking to the client and talking to them through the process and just helping them understand their haircut and just being an engaging person. They just come back. Yeah. Just because like I established that connection with them, I asked about them, their family, their hobbies, their interests, and building that real connection,
Yeah. You may or may not want to say this, but was it a genuine curiosity? Like, did you really care?
Yeah, like initially I was learning how to cut hair, and then I kind of got like a bit bored with it. Yeah. And it was like, I just felt like, I'm just going through the process, counting the clock down every shift, right? Yeah. And then I was like, I may as well just talk to people to make the time pass. And I'm like, holy shit, this is actually. And I realized, this is how you're supposed to build clientele. I used to do that when I was working at Crown, like to make the shift go by faster, I would just try to talk to people and learn about people, and then I'm like, instead of like doing the actual work, I'm just like wasting time by talking and learning about people. But then it just helps like make work better as well.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. And were you nervous and shy at the start, or through your other past jobs, it kind of helped you build that resilience almost?
I think I was never nervous talking to people. I think you just get nervous when you're like, oh fuck, it's a new client. And I think I was nervous when I wasn't confident in myself as a barber and skill. I was like, oh shit, are they gonna like this, blah, blah. And then like you kind of like talk to them as you're cutting their hair to make it like, oh shit, like so it doesn't seem like you're nervous or like you're stressed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like trying to like fake it till you make it. But now I think my confidence in my barbering ability helps with my like confidence when I'm talking to someone, you know what I mean?
Especially new clients.
Yeah.
You know what this is.
For sure, exactly. Yeah. I think back then it was like a new client comes in and I'm like, fuck, I don't fuck up their hair. But now it's like, like talk to them because I know I'm not gonna fuck up their hair, Now it's like I'm more relaxed and more calm and everything's just more chill. It's easier,
Yeah. When did you realize you were good? When did you realize that, hey,
I don't think I think I'm decent. I don't think I'm good. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's just you need to find your barber, whatever works for you, because everyone has different like styles and stuff like that. But I think, when I first started cutting hair, it was literally. I just wanted to do it as a side thing so that I could pay for my Muay Thai, right? So Muay Thai was $40 a week. Yeah. And each haircut, I was charging like $20, right? So I was like, if I can get 2 haircuts a week booked in, that means I get free Muay Thai. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then everything else is just a bonus. Yeah, everything else is just a bonus. You know what I mean? And then eventually I started getting booked, and then I was like, holy shit, I'm making more money in one day in barbering than I'm working one shift at Crown. So slowly I started to transition into
Okay. And everyone, there's probably a traditional path to go into towards the hairdresser / barber. What was your own path? So you said you found it during COVID. What sparked the interest?
Like I said, like there was I never even thought about being a barber. It was just I went to get a haircut, and then one of my good friends now, KJ, like he was the one who taught me barbering.
Yeah.
But I was just talking to him, like I think that kind of sparked it, like me going to get a haircut and just talking to him like as a barber, and like we just connected really well. And he was like, "Oh, I'm teaching how to cut hair. Like, you want to try?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" And then and then that's just how it happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, I don't know, that I think in that time in my life I was just trying so much different shit. Like anyone who offered me anything, I was just like, yeah, fuck it, why not? You know?
You're the yes man.
Yeah, literally. And then it just worked out, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Do you wish that there was like a more formal educational pathway towards it? Like, how
There's definitely more, like you can go through like TAFE and stuff like that. But for me, I learned off YouTube mainly.
Oh really?
Honestly, yeah. Like KJ told me some stuff, but I think I started like obsessing over it when I was just watching as many videos as possible and like just learning off that, and then just doing it. Just keep cutting people and doing like that.
Yeah.
I think there is traditional routes. Yeah, you can go to TAFE and you can do all that, but then they don't really teach you like working in a barbershop, like apprenticeship. But there's also TAFE, but there's also like you can go work at a barbershop and just learn, like be an apprentice.
Yeah.
And just keep grinding it out and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's almost like what is like a trade.
Yeah.
There's no formal education per se, but there's a pathway in terms of.
Because you don't need like a certificate to be a barber. There's no certificate of barbering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can just be a barber.
Yeah. One of the first questions I ever had was, what's the difference between hairdressing and barbering?
Hairdressing is more like longer. Oh, not even longer hairstyles. Hairdressing is more like coloring and like blowouts and
layering and stuff
like that. Yeah, usually it is longer hairstyles.
Yeah.
And for barbering, I think the main difference is like we use razors in our work.
Okay.
Like hairdressers don't use razors.
And barbers are more just.
It's just more like men's grooming. Yeah.
Okay.
Hairdressing is like longer hairstyles, perms, and stuff like that.
Do you have an interest in ever wanting to learn that side of the business?
I do. I think
that industry.
Like that would be pretty cool. Learning how to color and perm, like just learning everything about the hair industry as well.
Yeah.
I think that's like in the future.
Yeah.
I would want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember your first haircut?
Yeah. It was my cousin who lived here.
Yeah.
Literally got my clippers, watched a YouTube video, and then I had it playing as like he's sitting there, and like, man, it was shit.
You feel sorry for him?
Yeah, he gets free haircuts now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Lifetime client.
It was like, and it was funny because it was during COVID, so I had to wait for his hair to grow to practice again. So every week I'm like, yeah, can I cut your hair again? And you just keep doing it, yeah. But I'm very grateful. I think I'm very lucky because I had a lot of people. I think the hardest bit when you start barbering is having people allow you to cut their hair. Because why would you trust someone who's never cut hair at all? You know what I mean?
I would be nervous, yeah.
And then I'm fortunate enough to have friends who were willing to invest in me, and people who were like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think that's what I got lucky with, just having like family members or friends who are willing to sacrifice their hair, bro. Man, some of the early cuts were bad. I have photos, like I'll send it to you.
Yeah, we can share some of the photos.
Bad, bro. It was bad, yeah.
And then did that damage your confidence at all, or you were like, nah, this is part of the process. This is how I get better.
It actually did. So one of my I think it was my second haircut.
Was this privately, or was this in the barbershop?
No, this is all privately before I started working at the shop. Yeah. So I cut my cousin's hair, and it for the first time, and it actually turned out decent, right?
Yeah.
So one of my friends saw, and he's like, yeah, come cut my hair.
I see.
Bro, I went to his house, cut his hair, I fucked it up, bro. It was like, bro, did you even use clippers or anything? Yeah, it was bad, right?
Oh, no.
And then this motherfucker, a Fong, you fucking dog, he sent it to the group chat, yeah? And then all the boys were full clowning on me and shit. And then, bro, honestly, I was like, fuck, bro, I never want to fucking feel like this again. I was like, I need to prove these motherfuckers wrong.
Yeah.
And shit. But, you know what? I'm grateful for my friends, because they're honest with me, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather them tell me that it's a shit haircut than like it was
Yeah.
good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think because of that, out of like my like spitefulness, I was like, fuck these guys, bro. I'm gonna freaking be the best barber ever, you know?
It inspired you.
Yeah.
If they what's the saying? Either you know, it makes you like
The person you are.
yeah, 100%. But like, I think to your point, they're very lucky to have close friends and family who
for sure.
one took a chance on you.
Yeah.
But also to provide you with that.
Exactly, like real, like being real, you know what I mean? Because if they never told me that was a shit haircut, I'm gonna always think that's a good haircut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, I'll show you the photos, but it was bad, you know what I mean? Like it was
maybe we could.
Yeah.
Could anyone get into barbering? Or do you think it's for certain people only?
I think everyone can learn how to cut hair.
Yeah.
But to be a barber, I think it's also about being an engaging person and like just talking to people, like being able to just be a person that someone can talk to and like ask questions. I think barbering as well, you need to help people open up and be confident as well. And you do that by asking questions and giving them a good haircut, you know what I mean? Like a good haircut can make or break your next few weeks, right? If you get a shit haircut, bro, you're not gonna want to go out, you don't want to do anything. But when you get a good haircut, bro, you feel like you can conquer the world. Like, I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. How you feel? Yeah, this is how I feel. And I think that's why that's what I want to replicate every haircut, right? I want you to walk out of the chair knowing that, I can freaking do anything right now, you know what I mean? Because you're so confident in yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think you told me this very early on when we first started, seeing each other. About like, different head shapes and different hairstyles.
Yeah.
And what was going back to that, and how you communicate with your clients. The client comes into you for the first time. Well, they've seen you regularly. It doesn't really matter. And they're like, hey, Tofu, I want this sort of haircut. But you're like, oh, your hair shape's gonna, brown.
Yeah.
Would you tell them that? And would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Or would you be like, nah.
I feel like it's your barber's job to make you look good. And because I'm the expert, right? Why the fuck would I listen to you? No, I would take your suggestions, but it's like, I'll suggest you what's good, right? It's like going to, I don't know, mechanic and you're telling them, I reckon this is better for my car. You know what I mean? Like you're coming to me for my expertise. Why are you telling me, I think this would look better?
I think a good healthy debate would be good about it. Like, for example, I'd be like, hey, I want a shorter, whatever it is I want. And you might be like, I reckon it'll be this. And you'd be like, okay, I can see that. Maybe go medium.
Yeah, in saying that, like, the client is always right. You can suggest them and steer them as much as you want, but they're paying for it, so they get whatever they want. But if it doesn't look good, don't blame me. I already told you, bro. But most of the time, people will take your suggestions and stuff like that. Yeah.
So then, your journey you started, you learned through working at a barbershop there. You spent a few years there, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then now you're where we are sitting at the moment.
Yeah.
Doing it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go on your own? Or was it always part of the plan when you started working at a shop?
Like I said, I never even thought about all this stuff, like being a barber and all this stuff. I think it just made more sense working at home with, like, I don't know, it's just more flexible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we've talked about this, but like the bosses I had were just not great. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just really steered me. Like, the main reason I wanted to work at a barbershop was to gain experience and all that stuff. The only thing I learned was just not how to be a shit boss, bro. Honestly,
yeah. That's good though. I mean, something you take away from the business.
But I think cutting at home was just the flexibility and like I can do it whenever I want. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be confined to the barbershop rules or hours and stuff like that. Yeah. And at home, I think it was just easier to like be in my own space and stuff like that. Yeah.
And what's been the hardest part? You talk about all the positives about your free time, your your attitude, your mentality towards it. Like, what's been the negatives or what's the unglamorous sides of being a business owner? As like
barber or business owner or
business owner,
I mean, it's just like you're never off. You know what I mean? You're always like, you're thinking about ideas or you're booking clients or you're just always trying to make your business better. You actually, like, you work way more than when you work in a normal job. Because after I finish cutting hair, it's like now I gotta reply to all these bookings, and then I gotta think of video ideas. I gotta make video ideas, and then I gotta think about even like my maintenance for all my tools, and like, is it like now it's like the shit, like the weather, you know? Oh shit, do I have enough like cooling for my clients? Is it comfortable when they're getting their haircut? You know, like. Yeah, just everything, right? Yeah. I don't think it's negative, but yeah, it can be stressful, right?
I mean, it's the unglamorous side.
You
run a business, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You make a heap of money.
Exactly, yeah. But they don't see all the freaking like. Yeah, there has been times where I'm like, shit, like it's been a bit like not as busy as it usually is. I'm like, fuck. Am I fucked? Am I gonna make enough money for, you know, this time?
My Muay Thai classes?
Yeah, literally, bro. And it's sometimes, you do get stressed, like, cause there is busy periods where, you know, there's more events, people going out more, and then there's quiet periods, and then, but now I realize during those periods, I need to, like, now I can spend more time making more videos or doing stuff. You can't just sit and like wait for clients, right? You have to go out and actually get it, or do other stuff that will help your business instead of like, like being scared and like, shit, is this gonna work out and stuff like that? Because if you're just sitting and like hoping it works out, brother, it's not gonna work out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's probably not gonna work out.
You gotta go get it right.
Yeah.
I think life rewards the risk takers, right?
100%, bro. 100%.
So I think you talked about two interesting points there. One, obtaining clients, and then two, retaining clients. How do you go about both? So we'll talk about maybe how do you obtain new clients? You talked about, you know, making videos. So is it heavily on social media that you're doing it, also through like word of mouth, or is it like, you know, you got posters and stuff, or collabs with other people? What's the process for you?
Honestly, when I first started, I was just gaining to get new clients. I was just going out everywhere I went. I was just telling everyone that I was a barber. You know, like. Like my main way I was getting clients was every shift at Crown. Yeah. I would just talk to everybody, you know. I'd be like, hey, I'm a barber. You know, if you don't live in my area and you're not gonna get a haircut, can you at least follow me on Instagram and stuff like that?
Really? Yeah.
Because I don't know. I feel like you can gain clients using social media, but those clients, they're a bit more fleeting, right? They might come to you because you're cheap or blah, blah, blah. But when you find, like, if I go out and I talk to this person and I, like, actually engage in a conversation with them and I tell them I'm a barber, it's more of a connection, and I feel like they're more inclined to stay with you as a client, right? And then most of it is like word of mouth as well. Like, you do a really good job. Like, I always say this, your clients are your walking billboards, right?
100%.
If you cut your client and they have a mad haircut and they're walking around, people complimenting them, people will ask, where did you get your haircut? You know what I mean? Like, and then it's like referrals, right? Like, say I cut your hair good, you be like, dude, this barber's great. Your mate is gonna be more inclined to come and stay. And now there's a level connection, right? You're Matt's friend, right? Yeah. And then it's just more loyalty when that happens, right? Rather than like, if someone just sees you on Instagram, there's no like degree of connection, right? They can just leave whenever, they don't care. But then it's like, you're Matt's friend, you know, blah blah blah, and like it's just like it works like better.
That makes sense. I think it's like, I think it's all about that connection.
Yeah,
having some sort of similarity or.
Yeah, I think that's where I build a lot of my clientele. Like, a lot of my clients are like from Muay Thai, or they're from like just other interests in my life, and then I'll just let them know I'm a barber, and they come and get a haircut.
I think like listening to you, this might be a bit off tangent, but listening to you tell your story, it's very evident to hear that you become a lot more extroverted as opposed to introvert when you first started. Like, you know, you're promoting yourself. You're not afraid to promote yourself. You know, like people are comfortable promoting themselves maybe more on social media because there is that that digital gap between other people. But you've taken that a step further and be like, nah, I'm gonna tell people what they want. Even if you don't see me, follow me. Give me a like, share, and stuff like that. I think that's helped grow not only the business but obviously you as well.
I don't know. I think like social media is all good and stuff. I think I use it more to showcase my skills rather than gaining clients. Because I think gaining clients, it's way better if you just go out and you talk to people and like just make connections. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I think that before researching before this episode, I looked at what are trends on hairdressing and barbering. I think the main ones are obviously the transformation ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Before and after, and the how men and women how they feel and how they look on their face afterwards. I think it's really
I'm sure you see like the blueprint is like before the haircut, they're doing the consultation. Why do you come here? I charge this much, blah blah blah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I want to do all that stuff. One is like saves, but two is just like it's just like now I'll be like every other barber, because literally every barber is posting that like blueprint content, and I want to be different and stuff. I'm still thinking of how to do that. But just still thinking of how to be a bit more unique. I don't want to be just like, because you see, and then once it's like the same, everyone just scrolls anyways, right? Like you don't want to see the same thing 10 times.
100%. It's like you like it, you're like, oh, that's a really cool transformation. You might not necessarily make a connection. Oh, they're a really good barber. I can get the same one. I think, like you said, that doesn't maybe work well for the business in terms of getting clients and to your point, retaining them.
Yeah, I think the retaining bit is the most important bit, because you can get like 10 new clients off Instagram, but then next week, or they might not rebook, or they might not come back. You know what I mean? So you just need and that's what I mean by like, if it's like a referral of a mate, it's like there's a degree of like connection. Like I know you, you know what I mean? They're not gonna just like leave. Like I don't know how to explain it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess you don't mind asking, what's the percentage of clients or new clients that come in and then they don't rebook, or they do rebook?
Mainly like the people from Instagram. I think majority of people do rebook, or like they'll. Majority of people do rebook. I do have but I think majority of people do rebook. Yeah,
it sounds like it's like the model works. You get in, and then your personality or obviously your work kind of make them stick. Awesome. What's the most interesting client? Don't name them. What's the most interesting client you've ever?
Interesting client? Shit, I have a lot of interesting clients, bro. I think that's why I also like barbering, because it's not just one. Like I don't talk to one person. I've talked to like so many people, and everyone is so interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the most interesting client, I don't think I have just one. I think everyone's pretty like. I think that's why I like barbering so much, because I get to kind of choose my clients as well. And like,
really? Okay.
Like if I think you're an interesting person, I'll come talk to you. You know what I mean? And then I'll try getting you as a client.
Yeah. Okay.
But to answer your question, actually, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's one interesting person. I do have very interesting clients. Like I have some clients who do some really cool jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
They just like some of them I get inspired by, because they're doing what I want. Like they're entrepreneurs and they're doing just like crazy shit. Or
they're doing really well for
themselves. Or some people just have really cool jobs. Like I have one client. This person's pretty cool. They work in the World Health Organization doing like cancer research.
Like who? Like
wow. Like that. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like this person out here actually like saving lives. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I think, do you feel like you're a therapist sometimes with your clients? Like, do you have those really deep conversations?
Yeah, bro. I have crazy conversations and shit. I talk to people like before they get married. I talk to people like after divorces or breakups or like family issues, or I cut people before funeral. Like you just get like, that's why barbering is like very, very cool in that sense, where you get just so many people in different walks of life going through different shit, and like you just get to pick their brain and talk and ask and
Have you cried?
Oh yeah, bro.
What's someone say?
Like just I don't know, you just get deep. I don't know. People just get really comfortable in the chair. Because you see them every like few weeks, right? And then
3 or 4
I
weeks
feel like your barber, you can tell anything. Because for me, I have barber confidentiality, right? I'm not gonna tell anyone.
Yeah, no, of course.
Whatever my client tells me is like, it's only for me. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's like between us, right? Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, people get comfortable with it. People cry, we laugh. Yeah, it gets deep, bro. We talk about life, and then I think that's the best thing. Like, you could have like the deepest conversation, and you have the dumbest conversations with
next
the same
client's
client. Yeah, exactly.
180,
Yeah, exactly. But that's also something that is a bit draining as well. When to go back to your unglamorous side, it's sometimes I do get pretty drained from talking to different people because like I said, yeah, one client will have really high energy, one client has low energy, and then like I'm just bouncing between up and down,
Yeah.
So I think that's like a pretty big issue, like burnout and like just like my social battery and stuff. Sometimes I do get because like sometimes I see like 30, 40 clients a week, right?
Crazy, yeah.
And it's not just like normal conversations. We're having pretty deep conversations every single time, right? And I'm learning about so many people, their lives, their freaking partners' lives, and it gets pretty full on. But I love it.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
From that, you mentioned it earlier. You're trying to get better at through Live and Told podcast. Obviously, been fortunate enough to interview so many business owners / entrepreneurs, and one thing they always mention is that burnout and how they deal with it. How do you deal with that personally? Do you try and just go in airplane mode? Do you game? Obviously, I know that you talked about that in the past. Like, how do you try and switch off?
Oh, honestly, I don't even have a good solution right now. It's just like I just work, and then when I feel like I'm burning out, I'll take a break. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm still trialing out new stuff. Yeah, I think
Muay Thai is that?
Yeah, Muay Thai's a good one, but then sometimes that just feels freaking like work too when you're like trying to fight. It becomes just like a job. But I think definitely just separating work from life. Yeah, like actually taking days off and not thinking about work. Stuff like that. Because like even when I take days off, I'm like editing videos or I'm thinking about the business. Yeah, so I think the best for me is definitely just finding that separation and actually setting intentional time for rest. And making sure I'm like having proper rest, not just not cutting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where do you see your business in? I wouldn't say 5 years, probably a bit far away, because 5 years ago, if I told you were barbering, you'd be like, okay, probably not. But how about the next 2 years? 2 years
Next
time?
2 years?
We're sitting here, maybe on the same couch, maybe not the same location, but we're sitting on this couch 2 years time. Where would you want to see yourself, and more importantly, the business?
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking to get out of home. I'm still trying to figure out like which path I'm trying to go. There's a few, like either open up a barber shop, but what I really want to do is actually open up like a big studio for barbers like me who like they'll cut from home, but now they want to move on, like more of a separate studio space for other home barbers that can come. Like maybe they can just hire the chair, like rent that space for like 3-4 days of the week or something like that. If they get bored at home or something like that, or a way where they can gain new clientele, right? Something like that. Not a barbershop per se, but like a studio where there's multiple stations for different barbers to come and like try out and like if they like feel being at home is like a bit stale, a change of pace, and then hopefully the idea is like this brings clients to come in and they get walk-ins and
I get that. So it's more like
it's like a barber shop, but
office space almost for barbers.
It's not like they're my employees. It's like other barbers who are trying to like gain and grow followers or learn new things. You know what I mean?
So it's an office space for barbers.
Because I think I don't know, the barbershop model now it's all about like quick making money. Like you get in the chair and they're cutting your hair within like 30 minutes. It's just pumping out like haircuts. They're not actually caring about like you as a client. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's interesting. Is that one of the reasons? Like, didn't go super into detail. Was that one of the reasons that you didn't enjoy working?
Because it's like it's like how many haircuts can you do in an hour so you can make the shop money? It's like how much money can you make the shop? But with this, my idea for this studio is like it's like at home, right? Everyone can have their own like space and like setup. You know what I mean? And then like how I said all barbers are different, right? I want this space to have different barbers, right? Say if you want like more beard lineups and stuff like that, this barber will specialize in that. If you want more perm Korean kind of haircut styles, this barber will specialize in that. Yeah.
So would you book through the individual barber, or would you book through this company that you're setting up?
I think you would just book through the individual barber and
then
like, but they work under this brand, like this team. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like. And yeah, like they're part of the team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Rather than like you're like oh, that's your employee, you know what I mean? I'd rather them be doing their own stuff and like growing themselves. And I think that just weeds out all the people who do barbering just for like a clock in, clock out type of job, you know what I mean? Because this will be like they're paying to be there, right? They actually want to be there, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it in the western suburbs of Melbourne that you want to stay in, or are you looking to go somewhere else, or depends?
I mean, ideally I would stay in the west. The west is the best, bro.
I agree. I agree with that.
I mean, having like my idea is like having a like HQ headquarters is what I call my barbershop. So I just want to have a massive HQ where it's like it's not just barbering. It's like you come, you kick it, and maybe there's a cafe or something like that.
Juice bar and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not like that. Yeah.
So you can chill before your haircut, you can chill after your haircut.
Yeah. I think the next step is just expanding on what I have here. Like what my thing is like I want people to come in like no matter who you are or what you do, I want you to come in and be comfortable. Like after a long day of work, I want you to come in and sit here and be like, oh, I'm glad I'm at HQ getting a haircut. Like, I want people to look forward, like when they book, they're like, yes, okay, in 2 weeks I get to come back and chill at HQ, right? I get to go see Tofu, or I get to come kick it, and there's like just shit for them to do, you know what I mean?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I look forward to it. And then,
for sure, bro.
I'll definitely be there.
HQ, coming soon.
2027.
2020 something.
2020 something, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have pressure, or do you feel the pressure to keep up with hairstyle trends, or is it more individualized with the client?
Nah, you definitely like barbering is a skill, right? You always have to keep up with the trends. It's like that's how you grow as a barber and you learn new hairstyles. Like, cause there's like barbers who they never learn how to do skin fades. And they're done. They're not barbering anymore because they didn't learn the new hairstyle, right? The new trend that's coming out. Because you have to keep up with the times. It's
And how do you do that personally?
Just it'll be honestly through my clients as well, because they'll come in, they'll show me videos. Oh, can I try this haircut? I'm like, yeah, let's try it out. Or social media and something like that.
Okay.
As a social media consumer, like you just see all that stuff as well. So,
like, and then how do you? Is it at the point now where you don't watch YouTube videos anymore, or you can just?
I always watch YouTube videos to learn. Yeah, you have to, bro. It's a skill that you have to keep developing, keep learning. Yeah. As boring as it gets, so I just like. It's like I watch videos of the basic stuff just to see if there's a new way of doing something. You know what I mean?
Faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, more efficient or like a better look or new tools or whatever. Yeah, you gotta keep updated.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Do you cut your own hair?
Oh, nah.
Well, why not? It's probably an interesting question because you are a barber. Like, why don't you cut your own hair?
It's just out of laziness, bro. or like,
I'm glad you're honest.
And also, it's just like, it's like, why would I not pay someone who knows what they're doing to cut my hair, right? It's like you wouldn't like try give yourself physio, right? You would go to a physiotherapist. You know what I mean?
That's really
it's like you go. These people literally dedicate their lives to this skill. Why would you not pay them and let them do it for you, right? Like I guess some people do like to do their own like haircuts and stuff like that.
Maybe they can experiment. A bit more.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, it's just like I'd rather just pay someone to do it. Yeah, and then I get to experience being a client, like sitting there, you know. Yeah.
I was gonna ask do you have like one barber that you go to, or do you have like a few that you go to?
Yeah, I have like
not rotate.
I have my main barber, and then if he's not free, I have like contingency barbers, I guess. Other friends that.
100%. Yeah. Is there much networking in barbering?
Oh, barbering is all about networking.
No, as in like with other barbers, I mean, not with
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when you're working at a barbershop, like that's what I miss as well, right? From working at a barbershop. It's like, it's that like, you're standing here grinding next to your mate. Like you guys are working together, and like it's just high energy, and yeah, you definitely link with other barbers. I definitely need to do that more. We're kind of just confined to our small barber circle when we're all working at the shop. But yeah, I do see a lot of the younger barbers online. I'm like, holy crap, you guys are making crazy videos and like all this stuff. Like they're like 19-year-old, like cutting like 30, 40 people a week as well. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like way older than you. How did you even manage to do this just from home? Yeah.
I mean, it's all through like maybe not through AI, but technology's a lot.
Yeah,
more
for sure. Yeah. I'm not. I when I'm on social media, I'm looking to these younger barbers for ideas and like how the hell did they do all this crazy shit? Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it motivates me because I'm like, bro, I can't let this little fucking this younger barber outdo me, bro. Yeah, hell no, bro. Yeah,
I gotta do better, man. I gotta do better.
For sure.
You're a freaking travel assistant for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
How does barbering different overseas?
How does barbering different overseas? Overseas,
from your own experience, obviously. Yeah.
I don't know. When you go to different countries, yeah, like different hairstyles and also just different. But I feel like barbering culture is pretty similar around the world. Like every barber I've spoken to when I travel and get a haircut, they're all pretty similar people. Like,
oh really?
Everyone's Like I think that's why barbering it takes a certain type of person to become a barber, right? Yeah.
Because they're all very similar.
Yeah, I feel like because like even in Vietnam, the barbers are the same as from Thailand, like the personality and the people you talk to. Yeah.
What's one thing you've learned from those countries? Like in Vietnam, did they do something differently that you've taken and applied to your own business, or Thailand, or?
Yeah, definitely. Just I realized in Asia, the service aspect is a lot more. It's more like service based, as in like they provide more stuff like hot towels or like drinks and stuff like it's more comfortable for the client, you know what I mean?
It's like a full experience.
Yeah.
Just cut your hair and
get out, get out, yeah.
Okay. Is there much conversation? Like,
yeah, man. In like when I'm overseas getting a haircut from a barber.
Do you tell them you're a barber?
Yeah. Like I talk to them there, and it honestly like getting haircuts overseas. It helped me like realize how lucky and fortunate I am to be over here because. I talk to barbers over there and they'll ask me how much I make and I ask how much they make. And we do the same thing. They're just as good of a barber as me. But because of their spawn point, right? Where they live and stuff like that. Like they legit just got unlucky. Like say I was getting a haircut in Thailand and I was telling this guy one haircut that I charge over here is what he makes in a week. And I was just like, holy shit. And we do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
He's a barber, I'm a barber. Yeah. And then even like, I was like, well, have you ever tried cutting at home? He's like, oh, I can't really cut at home because like my house is not big enough or it's just not nice enough. And I'm like, damn. And it just makes me like, when I get home, I'm like, dude, I need to fucking lock in because these guys are freaking doing the same thing as me, but they're like, just because of their spawn point, they got wrecked, right? They have to work 10 times harder. They don't make as much, and then, when you travel, you get to experience that stuff, right?
Oh, 100%.
To really be grateful for what you have. And
100%. Yeah. Do you just walk up the street and go, hey, that's a cool looking barber, I was going there? Or do you research before you go?
Yeah, so I do research. I try go on Google and just have a look at see if they're posting any haircuts. Like that's why like Instagram I guess is so important. If I can look at their page and be like, okay, they know how to do skin fades, they know how to do this, they know how to do that. I think in Vietnam I did walk into a barber shop one time and I did get butchered, so now I'm like, I'll do some research, you know what I mean?
Did you wear a hat afterwards or what did you do?
I went to another barber to fix it up.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was alright. They fixed it up.
They fixed it up in the end? Yeah. Did you tell them that, hey, I walked off?
Nah, bro. It's like an unspoken rule, like, right? Like, if your barber's like, yeah, you like the cut? Like, yeah, bro. And you go in the car and cry about it.
But like, would you rather your clients just take it, or would you rather be like, hey, nah, I'm not happy, I'm not leaving?
Nah, for sure. I always tell my clients, like, bro, if you're unhappy, just tell me. And it's like, I think people are scared to like offend me, but I'm like, I'd rather you offend me and me learn and improve than you just keep getting a haircut that you don't like every single time, you know what I mean?
At that point, you almost feel bad taking the money.
100%, yeah. 100%.
If I were to start barbering tomorrow, or if you had a time machine and went back 5 years to barber, what would you do differently? Or what would you tell a younger version of yourself?
Oh Honestly, I don't think I'd do anything different, bro.
Exactly.
Or maybe like, yeah, I think everything just happened for a reason. But I definitely think maybe try work at more shops or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think everything you can learn off YouTube. But then the thing is, if you try to learn at home, you just have to try find your own clients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think starting out, that's why I say I was very fortunate and lucky to have people to cut when I was first starting out. You know, because that's the hard bit, right? When you start out, who is gonna trust you to cut your hair? Like, why would anyone be like, oh yeah, I'll let you fuck on my head for 3-4 haircuts? You know,
They start wearing a hat or a beanie for that period of time.
Sure.
What's one thing you would change about barbering?
Shit. One thing I'll change about barbering. Damn. One thing I'll change about barbering.
You could say nothing.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. I mean, I would love to get paid $1,000 a cut, but like, I don't think I'll change anything about barbering. I think it's a pretty cool industry.
Yeah. What goes into your price points? I guess now you talk about that. Like, is it very much social economic driven, your prices, or you just kind of
I think just
yourself
whatever I'm willing to like
put your name to almost.
Yeah, as in like what I think that's what my haircuts are worth. You know what I mean? Like you can go somewhere cheaper, but this is my quality and this is what I want to charge for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can definitely get more clients if you go cheaper, but then you're just working. You're selling yourself short, right?
Yeah.
If people are willing to pay for it, well, why not? You know?
Yeah.
And I think I'm pretty fairly priced. There's definitely barbers that charge more expensive. Yeah, way more expensive. Yeah.
100%.
I think I like to be fair. Is like I don't want to overcharge people because I know how hard it is to make money, bro. And like $50, even $50, I feel like that's a lot. You know what I mean? $50 can get you a lot but people, I feel like my skills like what's that word? Like they can like translatable. What is it?
No, but I think basically what you said. You're worth that.
It's worth that.
Like you're giving $50 worth of value.
Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. We've got a little game for us to play. This is be a bit more rapid fire questions, so maybe get to for people that are listening and watching to get to know you a little bit more. What was your favorite cartoon growing up and why?
Shit, favorite cartoon?
Yeah.
One of my favorite cartoons is Arthur. Do you remember?
Arthur, I can't remember the song.
When you're walking down the street. I don't know, I think it was just on like a lot of the times and this is a cool cartoon. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's just always on. Yeah. No man, there's heaps of cartoons that I like, but that was like the first one that came to mind.
I thought you were gonna say Initial D, but I guess maybe that's not.
Initial D, yeah. Initial D is pretty cool, but it's not like I'm thinking about like ABC 3 Kids, like while I was watching on there.
Yeah. For those
Arthur's awesome.
For those listening in Australia, you guys would know. Hopefully, ABC Kids and Arthur.
For sure.
Your dream car and why?
Dream car and why? Damn. Probably. I was literally thinking about this last night because I saw the car on the road.
Okay.
So good question. It's an R35, Nissan GTR R35.
Okay. What color?
Oh,
blue? No.
Probably black, bro. Yeah.
How's the girl for these days?
Bro, I think they're like, I don't even know, they're 100k. Or actually, they might be cheaper. I don't know. I've never looked into it because it's like just so out of my reach. I'm not even thinking about GTR money right now. You know? I don't even think I'm like close to GTR money right now.
That's right, man. A few haircuts.
But that's like how many freaking haircuts do others do for a GTR, bro?
Do the math, bro. Do the math.
Oh yeah, GTR is definitely like dream car as a kid. You know.
Yeah. You're a few haircuts away. What is your biggest fear and why?
Damn, you went from what's my favorite car to biggest fear. Biggest fear. Damn, the biggest fear is just not doing enough. Like biggest fear is just like I'm freaking on my deathbed and I just have all these regrets and stuff. Like just like it's always like, oh fuck, am I doing enough? You know, I think that's the biggest fear. Yeah.
enough in terms of like your career and in the
Just life, bro. Am I living my life to its like max potential? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some days I'm like, fuck, am I wasting my life? But nah, most days I'm pretty content with what I do.
You wake up, you're like,
yeah,
oh,
I wake up and
yeah.
like by the end of the day I'm like, yeah, I did shit today. You know, like I'm proud of myself for like making the most of my day. You know.
Is that been like a big mental battle for you when you were younger, up until now, or are you a lot better now, or what's that struggle been like?
I don't even think. I don't even know when this mindset came, but I don't know. I think as you get older and like you just learn more about life and time, and you realize how fleeting time is, or like how quick life can change, or like it can end, right? So you just gotta make the most of all the time that you have. Yeah,
it's almost like, you know, like you said, try to enjoy life, but you know, when you make a decision and, you know, just go
exactly.
back
Yeah.
No,
I think definitely. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And how do you try and remind yourself of that every day? Do you have like a quote? Do you kind of like journal or?
I remind myself of that every day. I think I just keep thinking about like, oh, you know, when I'm older and I'm looking back at my life, am I gonna like when I'm looking back at my memories, is it gonna be like, oh, Rod, do you remember that time we went to Thailand and we freaking did all this, blah blah blah? Or do you remember that time where we like stayed at home and did nothing and was boring? Yeah, I think of my life as like of these. I try to think back at these moments. I'm like, fuck, I'm glad I went and I did this hectic shit, rather than, oh, I'm glad I stayed at home. And
it's almost like a postcard kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you think of your life as a movie or like a book, you want your life to be exciting, right? Like like fun and like you did crazy shit, rather than just you was like, I guess you were safe all the time, or you were comfortable all the time. Like that's boring, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, life rewards those who take risks, right?
100%, bro.
Well, this wasn't part of the rapid fire questions, but you mentioned it. If your life was made into a movie up until now, but there were no words or anything like that, and there was a song playing, what song would it be?
Oh shit! What song? Damn. I don't even know. I can't even think of a song right now. Probably just some freaking gangsta ass rap.
That's your life.
Yeah, like some gangsta ass rap song. Like some Tupac or something like that. Yeah.
This question just popped into my head just now. I forgot to ask you during the episode, but what is a barbering pet peeve of yours?
Barbering pet peeve.
And what I can think of off the top of my head is like, you know, people that don't shower before they see you, or wash their hair before they see you, or nah, it doesn't faze you.
I think just punctuality, bro.
Yeah.
Because punctuality. I know I say this sometimes. I go over time with the haircuts and stuff because we're just like talking shit. But punctuality, because not just for me and like my time, it's because it doesn't just affect me. It affects everyone, right?
Yeah.
Say the first person in the day is 20 minutes late. That means every single other person is gonna lose time, or I have to rush the next person's haircut to catch up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now everyone's not getting the best version of me. Now this person's getting the rush version because this person came late. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think punctuality is a pretty big pet peeve. Not just in barbering, just in life, bro.
100%.
Time is the most valuable asset. So
time is valuable, bro.
If you freaking waste someone's time, that's just so dog. Yeah.
Disrespectful, bro.
Yeah. Disrespectful.
Alright, guys. Be on time to your haircuts.
Be a motherfucking cat.
Do you communicate that to your clients? Like, hey,
yeah,
sorry, this one's a bit rushed because, you know,
have to.
Adam or John was a bit late.
Yeah. I try. Oh, I don't just be like, oh yeah. Or sometimes as a joke. No, if it's like my close client and he comes late, and then the other client's here, I'm like, hey, it's his fault, not mine. You know, as a joke, you know. But like, if it's like a recurring thing, yeah, I'll be like, hey, bro, like you need to
come
yeah, because it's like I said, it doesn't just affect me. It's all my other clients as well. You know, it's unfair to everyone else. It's not just you. You know what I mean?
Because they might have a deadline. That they're
exactly. They're like, oh, they gotta go pick up their kids after work, or they gotta go to work after, or they got other stuff to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I try my best always to just stick with the schedule. Yeah.
Nah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, cool, bro. We've gone for an hour now. I can't believe it's gone by that fast.
Yeah, man.
I do have a closing tradition on this show.
Yeah.
And it's a question I've asked all my guests. What is the best advice you've ever been given?
Oh, damn. What's the best advice? I reckon it's just my school motto, yeah. It's just live life to the full. Just live life with no regrets, right?
Like your school had a motto. Like,
Yeah,
really?
live life to the full. That was my
Oh.
school, like Emmanuel College, live life to the full.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've always just lived by that, bro. Yeah, like I said, you don't want to be old and all that stuff and just thinking of regrets, right? You want to be like, fuck, I lived a hectic life, bro. I did some crazy shit when I was younger, you know what I mean?
Like whatever decision I made,
you're happy with it, yeah.
100%. And like you said, sometimes people want to stay home and chill and have the best
Yeah.
time. Some people want to go,
Exactly, and that's why it's like,
travel and
live your life to the full. It's your life. You live however you want, but as long as at the end of the day you're happy with all your decisions, then it doesn't matter to anyone else, right? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And this might get a bit deep, but it's like, when you pass away, a month, 6 months time, your family and friends that are still alive, like, they're not going to forget about you completely, but their life moves on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's your life to live.
Exactly.
Your life
Yeah.
to live.
100%. Yeah.
No, awesome. Thanks, bro. How do people book in with you? How do people reach out to you? How do people book in the
Just TofuFadez on Instagram. Yeah. Or you can ask me for my number or something like that. Yeah, my Instagram.
Your personal number? Nah, joking. Alright, Dad, no, cool. Thank you for listening. Give us a like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Give us high ratings, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.